Butler. You're inspiring us with some really good cocktails this morning.
I hope so.
Negroni?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Negroni. You guys ever had Negroni?
I think I've had this with you one time before.
I think so, maybe.
At least it's familiar.
Like
the name is familiar.
Back. Yeah. It's National Negroni Week. And Campari and Imbibe magazine got together around 2013, and they decided they wanted to do a Negroni Week. Got all these venues involved, and each venue will make a Negroni or a riff on a Negroni, and all of the proceeds and the sales, or a portion of the proceeds and sales, will go towards a lot of charitable causes.
Oh, I love that.
Great way to give back. So
Wonderful.
we do a whole week, like guac, we do a whole week of Negronis, and all the money goes to a lot of charitable organizations. So we're going to do today a riff on a Negroni.
Okay.
Negroni is Campari, sweet vermouth, and gin equal parts. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Campari. It's very, very bitter. I prefer the nicer, sweeter sibling Aperol.
Okay.
So we're going to use Aperol instead. And also, the Naptown part, I don't know, I just kind of felt like I want to do a little riff on it, maybe indie-fy it a little bit. So we're going to start with...
I like that.
Indie-fy it a little bit.
Indie-fy it.
Maybe Naptown Negroni will become a thing. Who knows? We're going to start with our base gin, and again, the Aviation has.
My husband just bought some of this.
Did he?
At home? Yeah, he really likes it.
Cool?
Yeah, and it is a cool bottle.
I like that. So it's named after the classic pre-Prohibition Aviation cocktail, which I've made on here before as well. So really cool, based out of Portland, Oregon. Ryan Reynolds involved.
Yeah.
And it's just got a really nice botanical and a lot of citrus. So we're going to do about 3/4 of an ounce. Now, you guys, the Negroni is a very boozy cocktail. It's bitter and boozy, so it's basically all booze. We're going to dial back some of the specs on it. We're going to do rye. I'm adding some rye because I like a little smoky and kind of a little intense flavor to the Negroni, just to mix it up a little bit. So we're going to do gin, rye. Now we're going to add the other normal stuff, the Aperol. Aperol is, again, it's more on the sweet side and less bitter. Because Aperol spritzes like in the summer are just amazing. They're so refreshing. Sweet vermouth, which is the standard. Add about 1/2 ounce of that. This is going to have about 3.5. Can you smell it? Yeah. Now, this is one of my favorites. This is something I also added myself. Amari are bittersweet Italian liqueurs. They're usually drank as a digestif, so it's after dinner. You're going to kind of sip on it or throw it over the rocks. Averna happens to be one of my favorites. Now, this one is Averna. Yeah, this is an Amaro. You can find this.
Sip of this too, because this is just right here in front of me.
You can find this at Total Wine. And this has got some orange, some licorice, rosemary, sage. It's got its herbs.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what this
caramely, and this is just amazing stuff. Highly recommend this. Cool. And so we got all that in there. And again, this is very quick. We're going to stir for about 20 seconds.
I like too. I wasn't able to comment earlier about how you talked about Saraga. I mean, you're not lying. I mean, they've been on the show over the years multiple times. I've been over there multiple times to do segments for them, and it is anything and everything you could really ever want, and finding different things as well that I would imagine go well with what you do.
Yeah, I walk in there like I'm a kid in a candy store with all these fruits and all these herbs and just everything, dried chipotle peppers I can infuse in things. Yeah, I really love it. Now, if we have time real quick while I'm pouring this, the Negroni was actually invented in a cafe in Florence, Italy, around 1913 by Count Camillo Negroni. So he walks into a bar real quick, and he has one of his favorite drinks was an Americano. An Americano had Campari, sweet vermouth, and soda. He says to the bartender, he says, "Hey, can you kick it up a notch, make it a little more boozy? Because I'm a count, and I have a lot of counting to do today, so I need something a little extra kicker with the puns today."
Did you say counting?
He says, "I got a lot of counting to do today. I'm a count, so I need something to get a little kick." I'm sorry, guys. No, I'm not sorry, actually.
I love it.
So anyway, so they replaced the soda with gin. So the gin, and that's how it became a Negroni, and it became so popular, you guys, that actually the Negroni family started a distillery, and they started making the Negroni as a cocktail in a bottle that you could actually buy, which is still around today. So that's how the Negroni was invented.
Where'd your blowtorch go?
Well, we got something kind of, I know. I didn't bring it today, guys.
Torch.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to flame this up a little bit and kind of, see it kind of a little bit.
Got to ignite all the senses.
Up. Yeah. So as we're closing the sec, you kind of flame it up a little bit. You flame the orange peel, do a little bit over the top. I'm going to twist it, and we're just going to set it right on here. And this is my version of the Negroni called
Very
the Naptown
cool.
Negroni.
All right.
You guys want to take a sip?
Take a sip. Let us know. Brett
Lot
Butler,
going on there.
mixologist,
that.
thank
I
you,
love that. You wanna try
as always, for doing
My
what
pleasure.
you do. Toast
guys.
to the Negroni.
Cheers.